Okay.
Okay, I got the message. I think we are live. So welcome everybody to our second International NEXTPRENEURS Summit, Sustainable Summit. We are very happy about so many registrations. Okay, I got the message. I think we are live. So welcome everybody to our second International NEXTPRENEURS. I have a audio feedback. Why I'm stopping right now. I hear myself.
No, it's
So somebody maybe has to mute, or maybe all the co-organizers. Can you please mute yourself? Because otherwise it's a bit hard to talk while I hear myself talking with a feedback loop. Okay, great. So we are very happy about so many people, and of course for so many people from all over the world, because that is one of our vision and core idea of this event. We have Professor Faltin from Austria dialed in, but he is very active in Asia and still also actively shaping the entrepreneurial scene in Berlin. We have Professor Esim Bozyazi from Stuttgart dialed in, but also very active in Istanbul. And of course, our whole organizational team who you see here, and many more who are helping to connect the world. That's exactly what we wished for, to connect people beyond borders, to take initiative and to create a better future. And our vehicle, how we try to do this, is sustainable entrepreneurship. So thanks for all of you, all the participants. It is definitely a big step to make this vision come true. And a special thanks goes, of course, to our organizational team. You see here the videos of our organizational background team. It's Christina, who is dialed in from Garmisch, Germany. And then we also have Imran. Imran will walk you through our networking sessions today and be our community manager in the Wonder Room. And then we have Nisa. Nisa will support you in all chat questions here in the Zoom sessions, and also for technical sessions. And yeah, thanks to all of you, because without you, it wouldn't be possible. You make this come true. It was a lot of work in the last weeks. We connected almost every day and put a lot of voluntary hours in here, and we are very happy that this is now taking place. Before we start, I would like to give you some directions, some rules, how we wish to see this event energizing all of you to take out the best and get some fresh ideas and inspiration, and also a short outlook, what you can look forward to, what you can expect during the next hours. If you stay that long, of course, you can also pick what you like and what you're interested in. But we hope, of course, to spend as much time as possible with you. So if you have any technical problems, I mentioned already, Nisa will be there. You can write into the chat. Or maybe, Nisa, you can also put your contact data, email or phone number, in case there is something really serious, and then she will try to help you. This event is from the philosophy, organized as a bar camp style. I'm not sure if everybody knows what this is. Since I think we are too many to ask everybody of you, I would suggest we just share a link of what this means, barcamp style. Basically, it means it's not a school-like frontal presentation style, what we do here. This event is living from contribution, from the spirit and the heart of you, of everybody of you. So we really invite you to take part, to share your ideas, your feelings, and whatever is on your mind. Even if you feel like short-term offering another session, opening up a room to discuss a topic, this is what barcamp is like. It's not everything organized in the beginning, even though we have some highlights organized for you, but it's also able to react to short-term self-managed situations here. So this is why our program can maybe even vary slightly and change a little bit now during the next hour. All the sessions that we have planned and organized in the beginning, you will find in our session plan. I'm sure you saw that already. In case you haven't seen it, Nisa, maybe you can also share in the chat the link for our session plan. Here, this is our main leading document for today, which leads us through the day. And here you find all the links to the sessions and basically the program. Okay, coming to our highlights. We are very honored to welcome Mr. Professor Günther Faltin. He's a pioneer of the entrepreneurship idea and entrepreneurial teaching in Germany. He will hold the welcome keynote. But after that, we have many interesting sessions. And before we start into these sessions, we will ask everybody of you to introduce your session in a very short and quick pitch-like presentation, maybe 2-3 sentences. This is also what Barcamp is like. So it's very common, as I mentioned, to even decide short-term to offer other sessions. So please, if you are interested in offering a session, write into the chat. Write to Nisa. She will manage that your topic comes into the session plan and how we can organize a link, set up a breakout room for you that you also have a chance to offer your session. Then one other highlight is we have a networking tool called Wonder Room. This is where we will spend the break together with you, and we highly encourage you, of course, to network, to get in touch with the people, because sustainable relationships is also something what for us would mean this event is a success. If there are people connecting maybe around topics and ideas and bring those forward. So you're invited to network and build and nurture sustainable relationships here as well. And then, of course, we have a 1-hour pitch session where we give entrepreneurs the chance to share their ideas and to win support and get feedback to their ideas. So the summit today ends with the award ceremony. And that you also find in the session plan. And then, of course, we would love to see you also for our final feedback. Well, and now it only remains for me to wish you a lot of fun and inspiring conversations, impressions. And I would like to give over to my valued colleague, Esin, who is the heart and driving spirit of this event from the very beginning, for her welcome words. Esin, the stage is yours.
Yes, I want to say also very welcome for everybody, and also once in Turkish maybe. Hoş geldiniz. And I want to also say, Professor Faltin, welcome to us, and we are very happy and to you again here, because this is our second time Sustainable Entrepreneurs Summit. And last time I said or promised to you, some of you maybe it was also last time here, last year, same time. And I said, Professor Faltin has a book. This book changed my life. And talk about, we want to have this book in Turkish too. Today, in my hand, we have this book in Turkish, Kopf schlägt Kapital in German, and Brain versus Capital. And this, I am so proud of this book because all the Turkish people can read in Turkish this book and inspire yourself. Take this book and read it. And we will give you as a present as today. If you like this book, please write your email address in the chat, and Nisa will collect your email address, and we send you the email back with the with your address, and you can take the book from the publisher directly without money. This is our present. Please write your email. Professor Faltin is not only one of the first professor in entrepreneurship in Germany, also an entrepreneur. And he is social entrepreneur, I can say that. He's a company, a very big company in tea business, tea campaign. And he wanted today speak about exactly this issue, social entrepreneurship, very important issue in this time in Europe, in the world. We need these kind of entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, and I'm very happy to say, Gülter Paltin, welcome, and I give you the word, please.
Thank you very much for this kind introduction. Indeed, social entrepreneurship is a very important field, and it's a very interesting field in terms of how you can change your life. I would say like that, how you can change your life. You know Klaus Schwab, a very famous person, founder of the World Economic Forum. He said the future belongs to social entrepreneurs. That is quite surprising. Why social entrepreneurs? Because you know everybody talks about Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is tough business entrepreneurship. Take money, fake it until you make it is one of the sentences that go around there. Is one type of entrepreneurship. Okay, but it's not the only type. And I would like to stress that social entrepreneurship may be more important than Silicon Valley. And it's not in the media now, but it may come to the media. And as I said, Klaus Schwab has said the future belongs to social entrepreneurs. Why is that the case? Because we face challenges in a way we didn't face before. You know, it's not only climate change, it is loss of topsoil, which is necessary to feed the world population. There is the extinction of species worldwide in a tremendous speed. There's a lot of problems, and chemical residues in the air, in water, in the soil, in our food. And last not least, the widening gap between rich and poor. And that is a kind of challenge, is as well in a broad sense as in a sense of intensity and speed. We are in a competition against time, that we really need people who create ideas how to face that challenge and how to create solutions to that, to these many problems, and have the stamina and the perseverance, the persistency to perform, to really put it into practice, to put it to a success. And that is worth the endeavor, that is worth the efforts, because we really are in a dramatic kind of challenge that probably this planet hasn't seen before, at least during this last phase of mankind. So how can we get ahead with these challenges? It's, as I said, it's a new kind. In the old ways, entrepreneurship was something that was increasing turnovers as a precondition for increasing profits and even profit maximization. And the problem, if you as a person or as a group maximize profits for yourself, it is difficult to motivate your employees. And you know, there are huge amounts of books about motivation of employees. And I would say this huge amount of books is a sign, is an indication that it is not solvable, that it is not easy to motivate people if it's just about profits and profit maximization. So the chance for social entrepreneurship is that you have a field that people understand, that they say, yes, I would like to join into these efforts and endeavors. And we would like to motivate our friends and family members and everybody to join and say, yes, we have to face these challenges and we have to do something for it. I listened to Al Gore a while ago, and you know Al Gore was the famous presidential candidate in the US, and now he's a powerful promoter of social entrepreneurship and sustainable entrepreneurship. And Al Gore, in that speech that you can follow in YouTube, said he's very disappointed. He's embarrassed about the lack of speed, about the lack of support for really picking up these challenges and do something. It's too long time. It is too slow. There's not enough power from the politicians. And so he was quite desperate and not very optimistic and said it looks to him as if we lose this game, as if the planet, as if mankind is losing this game. So he talked about politics. And yes, he's right. In politics, it's slow. You need to gain the majority of voters. And he said, we are living in a crisis of democracy. There's not enough support for these programs for more sustainability and social equilibrium. So the point is, and this is a big chance of entrepreneurship. In entrepreneurship, you don't need a majority of people. You need customers. You need a few customers. And even if with a few hundred customers, you can make your impact and can show your alternative. That is the chance. Show your alternative. You need not wait for a majority of people to join you, like in politics. So entrepreneurship has an advantage to politics. You can start anytime. You can show your alternative, and by showing your alternative, there's a chance that people understand, yes, that's a good way, that's the right position to take, and can we join and can we do something? And it has a convincing point. So there's a saying, seeing is believing. Yes, you can convince people by showing your alternative. That's a big thing. And that's the advantage of entrepreneurship. And I call it the creative potential of entrepreneurship. This is a potential that you can show like an artist. You can experiment. You can do something that has a few people in the beginning to follow you. And that is the chance to really create new ideas and to get as many people into the game, into the effort to really do something for getting this world before it goes under. So entrepreneurship is a really wonderful subject. And on a personal level, I would like to add, I have seen a lot of entrepreneurs, male and females, that not only created good solutions, but also it changed their lives. It was something that gave them power. They became more socially active, they got more social skills. I would even, they look better. They have a certain kind of a charisma developed. When you are successful, or even before you are successful, there is something that makes people more, they have a different feeling, and this feeling shows in the outer world, in the inner part of you shows to the outer world. So that's a great thing, and I think that is something encouraging, and that I think only the field of entrepreneurship and art maybe have this kind of chance that you can develop something that is your dream, that is your motivation, and that you want to give birth into the real life. And I call it like giving birth of an idea, and particularly for men, it's a kind of you giving birth to your brainchild. It's becoming your brainchild, and that's a great experience. So this creative potential of entrepreneurship is particularly true for social entrepreneurship. I said already, you are not bound to profits or profit maximization. It's difficult to motivate people if it is your personal profit. Why should they go behind? Why should they support you? You have to pay them very well, or you have to try all kind of gimmicks to motivate them, but it doesn't work. So in social entrepreneurship, when it's not about the personal profit of a person or group of people, it has a chance that you can motivate people, that you really can get them to help you. And let us give me one example, that is, take the example of food. We know we have two problems with food. One is that it is more and more having chemical residues of all kinds, or residues of medicine. And it's a chance, if you do social entrepreneurship in the field of food, that you can be healthier than your competitors, that your food has more nutrition. And not only that, you help to change the kind of agriculture. We need a different kind of agriculture than the one that we see in the mainstream. And another point, very interesting, is you can make it cheaper than your competitors. How come? How can you make it cheaper? Because normally in biological agriculture, it is more expensive. But there is one big chance in social entrepreneurship, people will listen to you more than if it's about profits only. So you have the chance to save on marketing. You need not do so much advertising. You have the chance that journalists, the media, get behind you and give you the power of this kind of optimism and positive feedback. So saving on advertising, saving on marketing, because usually if you have a product or a new service, you have to invest heavily in marketing to get it, make it known and convince people that they need this piece of product. But in social entrepreneurship, it's more understandable. It is easier to motivate people. So this is a great chance. And I really encourage you to do that. In my own example, as was mentioned already, tea campaign, we became the market leader in our segment of tea. We are cheaper than others because we don't need to do so much marketing, so much advertising, and can do it in a way that it is a fair trade to everybody, and that it is healthier, that we try to avoid chemical residues as much as possible. And nowadays, with turning the whole sector into bio production, that has been a big push, and others, competitors, have to follow. You have a chance to become a market leader, to make an impact in your segment, so others have to follow. That is really a great thing. So to summarize, I would like to say, entrepreneurship is a great tool. Entrepreneurship is great for you personally. Use it, go for it, and let your love for nature create a world in harmony with environment. Let this conference become a model for a more sensitive approach, a more approach caring for people and for the future of the planet. Go for it, go for it. Make your dream come true. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Faltin. Sorry about some technical crisscross with the slides, but I think it was more important to listen to you and hear you. And well, you would have the one-time chance now to even post some questions to Professor Faltin. If you have, I would suggest post them into the chat, and then Nisa would moderate them in to discuss them and let Professor Faltin answer them. Are there any questions?
Maybe I can ask you something. So Faltin, I know you are so active in social entrepreneurship. Do you have new ideas? Do you have new business at the moment that you in social entrepreneurship issue?
Yeah, we are just thinking about creating a platform for food business, an online approach, e-commerce. And the chance is, if we save on marketing, and what most people don't realize is the price of a product is not so much about cost of production. That's what everybody believes. And in the past, long time ago, it was like that the cost of production was the main part of the final price for the customer. Nowadays, it's not like that. There's a lot of efficiency in production, and cost of production and cost of transportation have become a lot less than 20, 30, 50 years ago. So what has increased and has made products expensive is marketing. The whole thing with exporters, importers, wholesalers, retailers, and the efforts to make your product well known so that the people remember your brand name and remember when they are at the point of sale that they should buy your product. That is immensely costly. And if you have something like a platform that says, look, we go for a different way of selling food. We save on marketing costs and we don't save on production costs. We go into bio, we go into all kinds of things, fair trade, that is necessary to make good products, but we save on marketing. By saving this big part of costs, we can even be cheaper than competitors. And this is a great impact. We are more to the social side, we are more to fair trade, more to avoiding chemical residues, and at the same time cheaper. That could be successful. And you know that the tea campaign is a model for that, and it worked. It worked very well for over 30 years already. And why not increase it, enlarge it to more products, to more sectors, to say, look, we can do it. Seeing is believing. We can do it and follow it and take an example out of that and do your own thing in your own field.
Oh, thank you very much. And this is also Kerstin's presentation today, I think, about the marketing, this also social impact has.
Definitely, yes. I think there are some questions in the chat. Nisa, do you want to put them in?
Yeah. First of all, Sina Landorf, thank you so much for your kind words. What keeps your mind positive? She asks.
Oh,
What keeps your mind positive?
Yeah.
Good questions.
Yeah.
Al Gore didn't sound positive. He was very depressed. You could see it. I think we just didn't use the potential that we have. And by recognizing this potential, and that's why I like this sentence from Henry Ford, or based on Henry Ford. If we really understood the potential of creative entrepreneurship, there would be a revolution by tomorrow morning. He said that for the whole economic system, but I pinpointed to the field of entrepreneurship or social entrepreneurship. If we really understood the potential and the power that lies in this kind of social entrepreneurship, then we would have a bigger impact than to wait for the politicians to finally get their job done and push for sustainable development.
Thank you. The other question from Veronica Sweet. Thank you so much for this inspiration. I would be interested in learning about how could new forms of businesses look like.
How could we form? How
new
could we
forms.
shape?
Yeah. Yep.
I think that the way to do it is you have an initial idea. And from that initial idea, you have to try to get it into something like in the old days we said business model. I don't like it to say. I would say you have to put it in a dream, but in a practical dream. Think of Martin Luther King. He did not say, I have a plan, or I had a social business plan, and now I put my social business plan into practice. Martin Luther King said this famous sentence, I have a dream. And with this dream, he was gathering followers and a powerful movement into anti-racism and you know all that. So that is the point. That is the power that lies in a good motive, not make profit for me and I pay you for that, but make, if you can say, make profit for the society, make profit for all of us, let all of us profit from a better environment, not killing the animals, but helping them for their space and their livelihood that they need. And I think this shaping business, this, if we call it, this is the form shaping business, by really building on the motivation of people and what they love. And I think naturally mankind loves nature. We come from nature and we love it, and we know when we walk in a nice forest, it's a refreshment. And if we walk on a street with a lot of cars, it's not a refreshment. It's not something like natural to humans. So we have a lot to do. Reconciliation with nature, I think that is could be called the general task of this century, reconciliation with nature.
Thank you so much.
And I continue with another one from Yusuf Ziya Erdoğan. Thank you so much for presentation. How will Web 3.0 affect the business?
That's a big question. That's another speech.
Another speech.
It's too complex. Sorry. What we have to do is building on new ideas, building on a new understanding what the purpose is, that we are not in profit maximization as primary goal. If profit maximization is the primary goal, everything else becomes secondary or tertiary. So this 3.0 is just a formula, and put it more into content, put it more, let's say, what are we shooting for? What do we want to change? Not sure I answered your question, but.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one from Jonas. Does your approach of tea campaign also work in globalized markets outside Europe? For example, in highly competitive markets like China or USA, where expensive marketing and strong brands seem to be important to be recognized by consumers.
Yeah, that is a conventional view that you have to invest heavily in marketing. Some people say that's the most important part of the job. Invest in marketing, make your product, make your brand name. It's not so much the product, it's a brand. Nestle, Unilever, Procter & Gamble, and so on. So invest in the brand name, and that will make you successful. Yeah, that is true. These companies have been successful by putting most of the money into branding and advertising and an offensive into movement into selling, and they employ salespeople and en masse and so on. You see it best with water. You know, water is a very cheap source, is a very cheap element. And if you sell it 1 liter for €1 or even €2, you make a lot of profit, and you have the money to advertise and hit the brand name into the people's brains. That is a conventional way, and you can say, yes, it's successful. I would say, let's stop it. Let's find ways that we talk to people, that we have the journalists and a lot of environmentally aware people on our side, that we say, stop wasting resources for branding, for brand names, and let it put into the quality of the product. And I'm sure there are enough customers that say, I choose the product that has good quality, that is fair trade, that has a bioproduction without chemical residues. I do not want to ruin my health, so I want a good product. And if this product is even cheaper than the products of Nestle and so on, then the people will come and buy our product. I'm sure for that. And we did it with Tea Campaign, and I'm sure it's a model. But in business schools worldwide, you learn you have to put your money into advertising, into brand names. So yes, it's successful, but I think we can overcome it. Yeah. And we need to overcome it. If we want to save the planet, we need to overcome.
Great, thank you so much for those encouraging words. I think we answered all questions, right, Nisa?
Yep.
And I think it gives us the right spirit for today, and hopefully also for a start of a journey, because this is not just today, it's something we have to do every day. So thank you so much for your time, Herr Faltin. We are very lucky to have you here, and we are looking forward to the Entrepreneurship Summit in October in Berlin.
Oh, yes.
We will definitely be there. So if you want to hear more from Professor Faltin, also for everybody a chance, of course, to join there.
We have a pre-summit online that is available for everybody on the 6th of October, and offline summit, the real summit, meet people, is on the 22nd, 23rd of a weekend, end of October.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
We have it already in our calendar marked.
Also, we have a part, international part in an entrepreneurship summit. Maybe the question not answered yet, we can discuss in Berlin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Web 3.0, for example.
Yeah, for example.
We will prepare. Thank you so much. So then I would say we are extended in time a little bit, and I hope you prepared a little bit, because everybody who's offering a session, I mentioned it to most of them. We would love you to introduce your session for a little short pitch, like maybe 2-3 sentences. I usually call it the match technique, match like, you know, the fire match where you light a candle with. And as long as you have this match burning in your fingers, between your fingers, you can talk, and if it's burnt down, you stop talking. So it's usually like 20-30 seconds at the most. And I would go through the session plan now. Of course, I ask here, and everybody who is now feeling motivated to offer a session which is not in the session plan, as mentioned before, write in the chat. And Nisa will follow up with you, and all the others. I would go through the session plan and ask you to introduce and tell us a little bit what your session is about, to get a taste, and invite everybody here to join your session later. So I saw already Sina is here. So I would maybe start with Sina and her session, how Google defines great leadership, Google Projects Oxygen. Very welcome, Sina Landorf.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kerstin. So my candle is burning in my hand right now. So Very nice to meet you all. My name is Sina Lendorf. I'm from Berlin, and I'm a leadership coach in tech. And my session today is about positive leadership. And I'm going to give you the 10 key elements for that.
Great, thank you. Sounds very interesting, very short. And yeah, just as we like. Sina's session is starting at 1 o'clock, and you will find the link in the session plan, which is shared here in the chat.
Session plan, Kerstin?
I cannot show it here. Okay. Wait a second, but maybe I make you host so you can show it. You don't want to. Okay, I show it later. Let's continue with the pictures. I will, in the end, I will bring it up. Then we have next Eric Michels. I hope I pronounce it right, with quantum computing for sustainability. Welcome, Eric. Is Eric here?
From IBM.
It's not here?
Maybe.
Okay, then we continue maybe with the next one. Maybe Isin, you can see if you get hold of him, if he's here, if his session takes place later. Then who's next? We have Sebnem Elif. Oh, this is a hard name to pronounce for me.
Maybe I say that.
You say it, genau.
Şebnem Elif Kocaoğlu Ulprich.
Perfect.
Tell us a little bit about your session, please.
Sure. First of all, thank you for bringing all these great minds together. What a beautiful view with so many female entrepreneurs. Really proud. My name is Elif. I'm a consultant and writer from Berlin. And today I'm going to talk about sustainable fintech entrepreneurship. But please do not confuse it with green finance or something like this. We're going to talk about impactful fintech entrepreneurship. I understand the competition is fierce. I mean, I have Zina, at the same time, and also other people. But if you're interested in the, financial entrepreneurship scene and the finance scene, find me at one. So thank you.
Great, thank you so much. It's also at 1 o'clock, and also you find the link in the session plan. Then we have from Ecozins, Jasmin Kapla, and she is telling us something about how to gain access to alternative financing solutions through crowd investing. Jasmin, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Great, thank you. Very welcome.
As well, thank you. I would also like to thank all of you guys for your initiative and your motivation. It's really great to hear and to see all of those people who are in the same market or aiming at bettering the world through real work and not just through talking. That's very motivating. I would like to represent or introduce you guys to Ecozins. Ecozins is a crowd investing platform with a focus on sustainable projects. And the idea behind it is basically bringing private investors together with sustainable projects who need financial support or who need financial input. And in my session, I would like to introduce to you how you could use crowd investing in order to finance your products, your ideas, or on the other side, also in order to use it as a marketing tool for gaining more customers and more access. And to all of those who are not going to be able to participate, you feel free to connect on LinkedIn or contact me afterwards. There's no problem in us talking on another level later on. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Everybody keeps the match rule. I'm proud of you. Usually it doesn't work that well. So then we have a topic. Well, that were all our topics that are at 1 o'clock. The topic from Jasmin Kapla is also at 1 o'clock for 45 minutes. After that, we will have a 15 minutes break in the networking rooms. And at 2 o'clock, starting with the second row of sessions, Start on Purpose from Dr. Tina Ruseva. Let us know a little bit about your session, please.
She's all not there. Maybe they told they are coming directly to the. I don't see her. Okay.
Nobody here?
It means she's not here to presentation, but her session is at 2 o'clock European time. Maybe she joined us later. That's good.
Okay. Well, then we have the next session, which would be my session, Find Your Purpose, very close topic, empowering innovators to define the future. Then I will let you know what I'm aiming to talk about. Well, my name is Kirsten Schenk, and I would like to invite you on an experimental design thinking journey today. I want you to rethink your business ambition from a totally new perspective. See our world as your customer. Do you want to find out what the biggest pain of this customer, planet Earth or Mother Earth, is? And even more important, how can we serve to relieve the pain the best way of this customer, the Earth? So if you're interested to join this experimental thinking, join my session, Better Marketing for a Better World. And I'm looking forward to inspire you and get inspired by you. Then I see you at 2 o'clock later in the session. Then we were done actually with our sessions at 2 o'clock. So we have 2 more, maybe 3 more. Let's see if Dr. Tina Roseva is coming later. But we would have 2 more open sessions. If there's anybody willing to offer a session here, we would have some free spots. If not, I think we have enough interesting topics. We have a 15 minutes break, and then we will go to the slots from 3 o'clock until 3:45 with a session called From Trash to Treasure, Gut Bag's Way to Successful Circular Economy by Benny Mandos. Let us know a little bit about your session, please.
He's also not here.
He's also not here. Okay.
I know that we do this first.
Maybe you can ping him as well. You will also find in the session plan some background information. Maybe he filled it out. I share the session plan soon, then you can have a look. And I mean, the title is talking itself, so maybe it's inspiring you and you still want to join. We have another session. I know these 2 women are here, inspiring women, Veronica Sweet and Dr. Astrid Dobmeier, very welcome, with role retros for agile coaches, scrum masters, product owners, and all others who sometimes feel headless in the agile world. Please let us know a little bit what you are talking about later.
Thank you so much. Here comes our match and our time. I was just wondering, is a match sustainable? Actually, I'm not so sure about that, but here we go. And we'd like to welcome you and get ready to meet 2 session owners. It's the 2 of us. Everybody speaks about agile teams and agile roles, but living agile roles in a sustainable way, how can that work? So our session addresses all who feel headless in the agile world sometimes. And I hand over to Astrid.
Astrid, we cannot hear you yet, but I know I saw her. She's here.
Maybe we try again. No, it's...
One more time. I see her. She is
here
joining.
You are. Here you are.
Okay.
Problem, I guess. So thanks, Veronica. I'm Astrid, based in Munich as well. And what do we do in the role retros? We stop. We get off the gas. And so we gain clarity. And I guess, as Mr. Faltin said before, I think we have a dream, Veronica. So join us, everybody.
Great.
Great, very inspiring. Essen is in, I can see it. She's coming. Thank you so much. So many interesting topics, and I think the agile world is something we experienced a lot during the last 2 years. So lots of stuff to talk about. We have a 3rd session in the 15 o'clock slot, which is called Protein Miner, Empowering the Evolution of the Alternative Protein Supply Chain by Alena Taranka. Alena, are you here?
I am. Hello, everyone.
Ah, great to see you. Very welcome.
Same,
Hello.
same. Thank you very much, everyone. It's my second Nextpreneur in lifetime. I'm joining from Constance today, and in my session, I'll be talking about evolution of the food supply chain and experiments with alternative protein sources and its potential for solving the global problems like global hunger and preserving natural resources. Everything is powered by nature and the data science. So if it's of your interest, please join me in Yellow Room at 3 p.m.
Very cool. Thank you so much. We are looking forward to the session.
See you later.
Okay, last one. Not sure if Martin Wittau is here. Martin Wittau is presenting a session called, well, he put it in German, so I'm not sure if it's a German session. Nachhaltig und Jugend im Bundesverein. It's sustainability and youth in the Bundesverein. Martin, are you here? Also not here. So we have to stay surprised what will be in this session. So now we have actually an overview of all our sessions for today. I would suggest that we make a short break, maybe a little bit longer than planned because it would be only 5 minutes now. Let's do maybe 15 minutes and then start with the sessions if it's fine for everybody, so we can fill up a bit, refresh, drink some water, get some coffee, and you are invited to hop into the Wonder Room. As promised, I will quickly share my screen and show you the session plan one more time, that you have at least seen it. It's a Google Docs link. Nisa shared it in the chat, so you should be able to actually open it and then just click on the links for each session. The main room is this one, where we come back in the end then. But now for the networking, you can just hop into the Wonder Room. It's an interesting tool, worth to explore it, to contact in a more personal way. So I would say we stop the session here, hop to the Wonder Room, and then 10 past 1, we will start with 10 minutes delay in our sessions, and then just come to the sessions here, to the session links, please. See you later then.
Now you can go to WonderMe link for networking, and or you can take a break. Then the session for 1 p.m. will start.
Sag doch einfach, nein, so hier. Do you have any problem?
Hello, can you hear me? There is a lot of people in session, 11 people now. Please, you can also go to the session. I think session owner are there. We started a little bit later, but some of you maybe in session, you can click on the session link and go to directly to the session, or wonder me or not. This is your solution, your decide. If you have any problem or ask us, you can just join in, ask us. For technical problem, is Nisa there?
Yeah, I'm here, but there is no technical issues, I think.
Okay. Okay, everybody understand how can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imran is in the Wonder Me link now.
Okay.
And also ask to her.
Okay, Nisa, I left you also alone.
Okay.
So I will share the session plan here. It is still shared, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
we can see
perfect.
that.
So everybody can see this as a fixed screen. And you shared it in the chat, right, Nisa? So
yeah,
everybody should be able to navigate to the sessions they want to.
I will share it just 3 times in an hour.
Perfect. So I will get a quick water and refresh.
Yeah.
See you.
See you. Bye. Melanie, can you hear me? Ulrich? Yusuf Ziya, beni duyabiliyor musun?
Evet, sesiniz geliyor.
Ha, süper. Session plandan şeye gidebilirsin ya, oturumlara dağılabilirsin. Şu an ilk oturumumuz başladı. Burada herhangi bir şey olmayacak. Sadece teknik problemler için duruyoruz.
Tamam, pardon.
Tamam. Session plan linkini chatten de görebilirsin.
Tamamdır, gördüm. Teşekkür ederim.
Rica ederim. Ulrich, könnten Sie mir hören? Mert merhaba.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. Session'lar, oturumlar başladı. Session plan linkini sen sonradan geldiysen göremiyorsun. Şu an hemen atıyorum linkten, chatten. Buraya tıklayıp herhangi bir oturumda başta ilgini çeken herhangi bir oturuma tıklayarak gidebilirsin.
Tamamdır. Teşekkür ederim.
Rica ederim.
Buradan çıkıyorum değil mi?
Aynen. Attığım linke gidebilirsin.
Tamamdır. Kolay gelsin.
Teşekkürler. Görüşürüz.
Hi, Nisa. I just wrote you. I made you session. I made you host of the session here because I'm going to enter another session, and then I cannot. Then I cannot. It would close this room, and we do not want this room to be closed. So is it okay for you?
Yeah,
So now you cannot leave the room without giving host to somebody else. So if you want to join another session, then just maybe you can agree with Imran that you share, and just or let me know then again. Then I can.
Or Imran can attend too.
Yeah.
Also welche Session ist leer now? Ist leer jetzt?
The session plan?
Ja, also welche Session, welche Sitzung
welche?
hat wenigste Teilnehmer jetzt?
Achso, das weiß ich nicht. Muss ich auch selbst reingucken.
Emre hat kontrolliert. Also Sine hat hat einen Teilnehmer, aber weiß es nicht. Es war am Anfang.
Okay, dann hüpfe ich mal bei Sina mit rein.
Okay, also gehst du zu Sina oder?
Ich gehe zu Sina. Ich gehe zu Sina und lass den Raum hier.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bis gleich. Ciao.
Bye. Emre. Emre sen şeye gelebilir misin? Session plan ana linkine ben oturumlara kaçayım.
Nereye geleceğim abi?
Sen main room'a gel, benim yaptığım işi yap, ben oturuma kaçacağım.
Benim İngilizceyle evet.
Kimse yok ki. İmran da var bu arada.
Kimse yoksa...
Kimse yok, Kelsin vardı az önce, onunla konuştum sadece.
Okey, tamam.
Tamam, sen gel, bekliyorum. Tamam, geliyorum, bekliyorum, hadi baba. Emre, hello.
Hi sir.
Çıkıyor. Bir şey olursa yazarsın bana.
Okey.
Tamam.
Bir şey olursa yaktırıyorum.
Tamam.
YouTube'da
Dur,
canlı da
senin
kayıttayız da
konuşmasın.
mis gibi YouTube'u kapatsaydık abi.
Video. Evet, keşke kapatsaydık gerçekten. Bekle dur. Olsun, çıktım.
Tamamdır.